Hello, I'm Dr. Wintersieck, an assistant professor in the Department of Political Science at Virginia Commonwealth University. As the election approaches, we are being bombarded with a ton of election information. Unfortunately, not all of it is true. In the next few minutes, I would like to talk to you about the problem of political misinformation in US campaigns and elections. We're going to discuss three things. First, what is political misinformation? Second, why is it a problem? And finally, what are some solutions? So let's dig in. Misinformation is false or inaccurate information. And political misinformation is the tendency of individuals to hold false beliefs about politics. Further, we have disinformation, which is a form of misinformation, but it is distinct because the source of the message intends to cause harm and to mislead the public by deliberately spreading false information. That is, there is specific malicious intent with disinformation. Importantly, both misinformation and disinformation mimic traditional journalism, and as a result, citizens can fall prey to these mis- and disinformation campaigns, leading to confusion, increased cynicism, and mistrust of other people, institutions, and the government. This leads me to my second point. Why is misinformation a problem? Many mis- and disinformation campaigns do not directly engage with substantive political content, that is, specifically policy areas that are being discussed in the campaign. Instead, these campaigns focus on emotionally charged and divisive topics and are attempting to alter assessments of politicians and political candidates. In line with the literature on motivated reasoning, partisans, that is Democrats and Republicans, are much more likely to indicate that partisan consistent news is more plausible. This is because citizens engage in a process of selective perception. Selective perception is a cognitive process where we believe information when it confirms our pre-existing beliefs and work hard to reject information when it does not. Additionally, we know that citizens are more likely to use directional goals, that is partisan goals, to reaffirm their Democratic or Republican belief systems, over accuracy goals when processing political information. However, we also know that increased levels of political sophistication reduce the probability that a citizen believes false information. This leads me to my third point. What are some solutions to the problem of misinformation? The first rule is to maintain skepticism. Citizens who are skeptical are much less likely to fall victim to false information. Second, you should consider the source and become more informed about the issues and the candidates in the election. Ask yourself if the source is a nationally reputable outlet or if the source is known to be biased. You should also look at other reputable news outlets to see if other news organizations or fact checkers are confirming the facts in the story. True stories and information are likely to be written about and covered by many news outlets instead of just a few. Finally, we should practice identifying misinformation. Producers of misinformation are becoming more sophisticated and more difficult to identify. Fortunately, there are a number of organizations devoted to training citizens to spot misinformation. Check out the links below to test your ability to spot misinformation.